The dome. Pete's out on the weather deck for us now. And Pete, any elements that people have to contend with or cold, or you think it's going to be okay?
Well, I actually think there's a couple of things we've got to be watching. First off, there's some rain approaching us from the west, and eventually, while there's a bit of a breeze right now, the winds are going to be picking up, and that'll be of note, especially as we depart the game, or if you're doing something else later this evening. So let's talk about that. It's part of what's new and what's next. So I've mentioned some rain. First, we're going to be showcasing some showers. There have been downpours and there have been lightning strikes as this has been entering western New York and Lake Ontario. The trend is showing that these lightning strikes are becoming fewer and fewer, and it sure would be nice if there wouldn't be any lightning or thunder, but there is a small chance that there could be, as well as some downpours. So if you're doing anything this evening, including going to the game, realize there's going to be some rain that develops a little bit later this evening. And then, like I mentioned, during the overnight hours, and again for Election Day, it becomes gusty and blustery, more than what we have right now. I think frequent wind gusts later tonight, and once again for Election Day, should be 30, 35, 40 miles per hour. Now, that's not going to cause any damage. But when you're outside, you can be like, okay, I can feel the wind. And that wind will be changing up our temperatures. Beyond that, more changes come our way. In fact, our next bigger weather system, well, that's going to come our way as chill first, and then Wednesday night, an opportunity of a wet mix going to rain. So let's talk about the rain first that happens this evening, and it's getting pretty close now. Fossil Service Experts Live Triple Doppler Radar. Despite most of central New York dry, it's easy to see on the Fossil Service Experts Live Triple Doppler Radar that there is some heavy rain right now over Rochester and parts of Lake Ontario, moving into Wayne County like Lyons and Wolcott and Webster and areas around Rochester and Buffalo. It is moving from west to east rather quickly, and that's why I do expect that rain to move into our area. And so if you're going to the game, maybe a late arrival or doing something this evening, expect some rain to move through, a chance of a downpour, and perhaps some thunder and lightning. This is moving pretty quickly, though, so this should be out of here by 10 p.m. The rest of the overnight is gusty. Temperatures will actually go up from the upper 40s this evening into the mid to maybe even upper 50s by tomorrow morning. Now, before you get really excited, like you think it's going to be really warm tomorrow if we're starting at this level, we're probably going to have our high temperature early to mid-morning. So somewhere in the mid to upper 50s, clouds, some limited breaks of sun, and then the winds turn more northwesterly. And remember, it's still gusty, and the temperature falls slowly, so we're probably going to finish the day in the mid-40s with that gusty wind and a lot of cloud cover. The wind will diminish eventually, though, Tuesday night. It's still going to stay pretty cloudy with a chance of some sprinkles or flurries. Wednesday is a chilly day. At least we get rid of the wind, but the temperature probably does not get out of the 30s. Wednesday night, we have another basketball game, and a new weather system is approaching. With it, a cold, raw rain, which may start as a wet, wintry mix. The best chance of, let's say, the wintry mix hanging on longest would be for eastern areas. That moves away with showers Thursday, 52. Right now, the Veterans Day weekend, well, the best day would be Friday if you have it off, and then the weekend looks quite chilly. Stanley lost Skywatch. There's the dome again, and the immediate Syracuse University area. Go Orange, back inside.
Such a pretty shot.